Hey, I want to talk to you today about sugar. Do you feel like I just love sugar? I gotta have sugar every minute of my life. Or you feel like, I'm trying to be so healthy, I really don't want sugar. But I just really want that piece of candy. No, I can't have it, but I want it. Can't do it though. Do you feel like that? I know I've felt like that before. And so that's why I wanted to talk to you about sugars and like the whole everything about it. So we just get so addicted to these sugars and they just suck the life out of us. Because like I said, we're trying to be healthy and we can't because sugar's taking over our lives. Am I right? So I'm hoping that what I tell you today will help you cut the sugars. I hope that you'll take these and do these simple things. And I hope that you'll not want sugars after some of the stuff I've told you. So I had to do a little bit of research on this subject because it's not like I know everything about sugar, because I don't. So like, let me do some research so I can make sure I'm giving you the information that you need. And I was like, yeah, I don't want sugar in my life. I'm cutting it out. I know it's easier said than done, but I'm going to be doing these things. I'm going to start today, even though it's kind of late in my time, but I'm going to start. Why not start now? I'd rather start sooner rather than later. So I'm going to get started. I hope that you'll start too. So just sugar can do so many things to our bodies. Like, have you ever ate a ton of sugar and then you feel like you can't think clearly, you're fuzzy, you feel sleepy, you get a headache, your stomach bloats? Those are all signs of too much sugar in our bodies. Like, who likes to feel that way? I know I don't. Like, I don't want to feel like that, but yet we overeat on the sugars, and we do feel like that. We feel like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Like, I look like I'm pregnant, and at the time you're not, but you're like, I look like I'm pregnant because I just had so much sugar, or, man, I could just take a nap right now. And it's only like 12 o'clock, or maybe it's even 9 o'clock in the morning. You just woke up 2 hours ago, and you're like, oh, I could just sleep because I ate that cereal and it was chock full of sugar. Now I'm tired and you just want to sleep. Have you felt like that? I know I have. So one thing, you gotta be careful with the cereal, because cereal is really, a lot of them are just chock full of sugar. Stay away from cereal, please. But there's some that are really good for you, or that are okay, that aren't chock full, but like the yummy ones that we all love, stay away from those. But one thing that I didn't realize, that I was like, holy crap, like this is crazy. Too much sugar is just like having too much alcohol. It actually like hurts our kidneys, our liver, our stomach. It does the same thing as drinking too much alcohol does. Like, sugars are seriously slowly killing us just by having them. These are just a few things of why you need to cut them out. So we just need to say no to the sugars. So I wanted to let you know, like, have you ever noticed when you are sugar free, or like you haven't had any processed sugars, you're like, I feel so great, I have more energy. I don't get that like sugar crash that we get, because when you eat sugar you get all hyper and then all of a sudden you crash and you're tired. And you don't feel like that when you're not having sugars, right? You can go all day long feeling so great, so energetic. Like, I know I love to feel that way. I hope you do too. I'd rather feel all energetic than feeling sluggish and bloated and have a headache. I like to have a clear mind. I like to be able to think and focus. So why do we do this? Why do we like invite sugar into our life and allow these symptoms to happen to us? It's because sugar is addicting, you guys. It is so addicting. Let me tell you. Sugar is just as addicted as heroin. Now, I've never done drugs, but I've heard people say that. People that I've known that have done drugs and then sugars, they say it's just as addicting as doing drugs. So bad. So we need to figure out what we can do to cut these things out of our lives and how to go about like what to do when we're not, when the going gets tough, when we want the sugars but we're trying to cut them out. So first and foremost tip, the number one tip I'm going to give you on cutting these out of your life don't have it in your house. Now, you know, everyone has that excuse. Well, my kids have to have it. My husband has to have it. I live with my parents. They have to have it. Just say no. So if you're the one buying the food, don't buy it. Don't buy any sugar, crap, any of it. Get rid of it. Cut it out. Because if it's not in the house, then we're not tempted. Right? Now, if you're in a situation where I am and you live with a bunch of people and you don't decide what they eat or what they buy, they all do their own thing, you have to be strong. You go in that pantry and you're like, there's sugar, there's yummy cookies, there's yummy gummies, or the sugar gummy things, the little tiny ones. You know what I'm talking about? Those are so good. Swedish fish are my favorite, and my family has that here because my nephew loves them. You just have to be strong and remember why you are doing this and why you're going to cut this sugar out of your life. So when you start to crave it and you're like, oh, I just really want sugar right now, but you know that you're trying to cut it out and you know you can't have it, go for healthy sugars. Grab some fruit. Always have fruit at your house, cut up. Even take fruit with you wherever you go, because if you're like on a road trip or you're at work and you're craving candy or any kind of sugar, you grab fruit instead. You'll feel so much better. And the third tip is stay strong. Make sure that you're not giving in. And remember, always remember why you're doing this. So for the reason I am going to do this and I want to cut sugars out of my life is a couple reasons. I don't want to be addicted to sugar. I don't want sugar to control my life. I want to control my life. And I want to be able to eat what I want when I want. I don't want nothing telling me like, you have to have this right now. You need that so much. Because no, I don't. I fight with myself from time to time. I'm like, I really just want a candy bar. But I can't have it because I'm trying to be healthy. But I want one, but I shouldn't have it. But I want to be healthy. And I have all my reasons why I want to be healthy. And it's so hard when you're fighting with yourself. And eventually one wins. And usually it's the unhealthy side that wins. So that's one reason I'm cutting it out of my life. Another reason is I want my little baby boy to be healthy. I want him to come out thriving with life and not thriving on sugars. I have a family member that has a kid that just is addicted to sugar. And it's so, so sad. Like that's all he will eat is sugar stuff. And I don't want my baby Jackson to be like that. Not at all. I want him to eat healthy. I want him to be strong, healthy little boy. So I don't want him to be addicted to sugars because we're not going to have it in our house. So those are my reminders of when I want sugar and when I want candy. I gotta say no. I have to say no. So, as you're cutting these sugars out of your life, you're going to be like, depending on how much sugar you already eat, you may have really bad headaches or maybe just a minor one. It all depends on how much sugar you're having now in your bodies. You may get sleepy, you may feel a little sick, but this is all just temporary and you have to remind yourself of that. This is temporary, it's not going to last forever, so you got to just go with the flow and just say, okay, this is just temporary. Probably lasts a week at the most, sometimes only a couple days. So what you're going to do when this starts to happen is make sure you're drinking lots of water. That will help with the headaches and the sleepiness. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you need to get 100 ounces of water in your system every single day. And it's always great to shoot for more. I weigh currently like 160, I think it's 160 is what the doctor told me last time I went. I shoot for 100 ounces of water every single day because the more, the merrier, the better. And plus I need to be drinking more for my baby, but always shoot for more. It will be great. Get more water in. You can overdo it on water, but it's not like you're going to overdo it if you're only drinking like 50 to 100 ounces extra a day, you know. It's when you're drinking like millions of ounces of water, you can overdo it. Anyways, that's a different subject. Now, if you start to get sleepy, take some extra naps, sleep a little bit more, get more rest. Your body's detoxing is going through a lot. You're putting it through like this whole process. So it's going to get tired, and that's normal. You're totally fine. And now if you're like really struggling with the withdrawals and really wanting the sugars, do things that keep your mind off of it. For me, it's to be outdoors, playing with Peyton, exercising. And if you don't know, Peyton is my little doggy girl. She's my child. So do things that for you that are interesting and fun and that will keep your mind off of wanting the sugars. So just remember, at the end of the day, you're doing this for a reason. The symptoms of the withdrawals are only going to be temporary, and then you're going to have this free life and you're not going to be addicted to anything. So keep that in mind, you guys. I am so excited for you to try this. Go out there, get committed, say no to sugars, cut them out of your life. Anything but healthy sugars like that you find in fruits. I want you to cut all the processed sugars out of your life. So if you're in and you're going to commit to no sugars, I want you to comment below and say, I'm in. I'm committed. I'm committed to cutting sugars out of my life.